Well, hello everybody. How are you? It is Julie Salva. You are at Stamp and Shine with Julie Salva. And it has been, I feel like, a minute since I've been live with you guys. We took August off for the Great North American Stampin' Show. And last week, I guess a little over a week ago, had a big retreat here in Nashville, a live retreat with Creating for Christ, which was just the best. Just the best. So Rhonda and I hope to do it next year again, and so we'll see. And it is swap season right now in the Stampin' Up! World, because for those of us who are demonstrators, we can pre-order all of our holiday items that will be available to customers next month. So we are ordering and creating, and I'm going to show you a little sneak peek of something I've got coming up when I'm done here. So anyway, but this is something that I'm going to start doing every month. I'm going to start having a free class, and it'll be on Wednesdays, and it'll be once a month for now, and then we'll see how it goes. But so this month I am using the Scenic Adventures set. Scenic Adventures. And here's the thing, you might be like, Julie, how do you decide what you're going to use? And I'll be honest with you, I want to use something that I've had that I've not played with before. So I know Jennifer Vanderwecken, who is here, hi Wendy, said, Fiona, Lord, Ben and Fiona, I mean, like a leaf must be going outside. So I'm going to close the door. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I had my pajamas on about 12 minutes ago, and I've changed. But it doesn't matter. I just grabbed shorts. They don't even match, but I just needed something for decency. So hold on. Okay. There we go. So now you can see. At least I have shorts on. That's a plus, right? So anyway, so Finn and Fiona are working at something. But there's just been a lot going on. A lot of fun, a lot of things that I've been doing. But I wanted to come and just be with you guys because honestly, it's fun. I like doing these. I like doing these videos. I like creating with you guys, showing you what I've done. Hi, Diane from Casper. Yeah, Jen. Carla, no, you have COVID? I'm so sorry. I know you feel horrible. So, okay, well, let's get going. All right, how about that? Let's get going. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to do 3 cards, okay, 3 cards and 1 box. So this is a full thing here, all right? So let's get going, and then we'll talk at the end about how you can get these sent to you. All right, here we go. Let me turn the phone. There we go. You see my outside and my roof. You've seen it before if you've watched, right? I'm going to scoot this up a little bit. Scoot this to get it squared away. Look at all my mess here. Oh, that's kind of a sneak peek, but not totally. Oh, hold on. And we'll come down a little bit more. I know that you guys are holding me accountable for learning how to do the fancy thing where I just press a button. But you haven't held me accountable yet. So I still don't know how to do it. But I'm going to learn. I promise I'm going to learn. So anyway, you know what, Jen? Thanks for asking. Fiona is doing great. She is coming to herself again. She's not quite there yet, but she's really close. If you're new, Fiona ate something that got wedged in her stomach and we had to have surgery. But then Jen, she sprained her ankle recently, so she's just something. But she's doing better. So, okay, guys, let's get going. So we are going to start with a card, and I love this card. Now, let me tell you what we're going to be working with. Okay, obviously we're using the Scenic Adventures stamp set, and if you look at this, you're like, well, it really only does one thing. So I've tried hard to maybe show you a few different things with both folds and colors, and one project, the box, I'm not even. Well, I am using a little bit, but it's mainly ink. So I want to show you the dies. And again, this is my little tip. Anytime I die cut something from a set that I don't use, I just put it in the box. So, so we've got the dies here, and I ordered these magnet sheets off Amazon. They're adhesive, so I could put them here and hold them, but I just don't. I just put them in there. And then I have my stamps here. Okay, these are photopolymer stamps. And while I have you here, I want to go on and maybe for some of you address an elephant in the room, and for others, maybe you've heard, but Stampin' Up! Is phasing out red rubber, and they're going to be going to photopolymer stamps. And the reason that they're doing that is simply because of the availability of everything to use red rubber or to make the red rubber. The photopolymer stamps have improved so much, and they really do stamp well. And so there's going to be some new packaging and whatnot, but I wanted you to know that, changes is sometimes hard. I'm okay with it. Stampin' Up! Is just trying to do what they can do to be a profitable company and no debt company, which they are. Make sure you know that which they are. So that's a really great thing. And sometimes they have to make hard decisions to keep that going, but I'm going to be there with them. So Marcia, hello from St. Louis. I've met Marcia. Jen, thanks for that tip. Magnetic sheets at the Diorama, which is the Canadian dollar store. Awesome. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, Pepper, it was a thing. So anyway, let's get to stamping. All right. And creating. So first we're going to make a card. We're going to be making a lot of cards. So this is the card. I love these colors together. This is Cajun Craze. We've got pecan pie. We've got crumb cake. So let's get to creating. So I'm using crumb cake. Remember when this used to be called Craft? And I'm using crumb cake, just your regular card size. This is really a very easy card to make, and I like to show easy ones, right? So crumb cake, 8.5 by 5.5. And then I have cut down Cajun Craze. Y'all, I am using Cajun Craze right now like crazy. It is one of my very, very favorite fall colors. I can give you a hint for those of you who are not demonstrators that there's some really beautiful designer series paper coming for you next month that features Cajun Craze in it. So I'm stocking up on Cajun Craze because I love it. Pam, I am recovered from the retreat. Oh, Kathy was there. Kathy's here. She was, Kathy was a food server at retreat. So, okay, so there, easy. So 5.25 by 4. Then I'm going to take one more piece of crumb cake, and it's going to go right here. I'm not going to adhere it yet, okay, because this is my main piece that I want to work on. So I'll set this aside, and I want to show you what I have done ahead of time. So let's talk about some of these dies, because some of them look a little bit tricky when you use them. For example, this is the Mountain Peak die. And I would encourage you, if you have this set or any set that you're kind of doing die cuts and building, just do, even out of scrap paper, just cut out all the dies so you can see how they fit and how they work, because this can be a little bit intimidating. That's how it's going to come out. But if you play around with them, I think you'll find that really they become pretty easy to work with. So this is going to go, I think I'm going to position it right here. You can see I'm going to have to trim a little bit, and I actually love that because then I have the freedom to decide where I want to put it. And I know I want this Mountain Peak to go over to this side. So I'll just grab my snail real quick and put it right about there. Now I can take my trimmer if I want to and trim this down, or I can just use scissors. I'm going to take my trimmer because I tend to be challenged sometimes with just scissors. So I'll just line that up in the tray and boom, look at that. Oh, come on. So easy. So easy. So move this out of your way. So here's where we're at right now. Then I'm going to start adding some other pieces. Now this is the designer series paper that I'm using for all of these. And the paper stack, I think it's Everyday Skies. Is that what it's called? I just had it here. Does that sound like something we have? Everyday Skies? It is! You guys, I was right. It is Everyday Skies. So I am using, hi Linda, I am using Everyday Skies. So little trick for Julie. I like my stripes to go vertical. I don't know why, I just do. So I'm going to cut my paper that way. So I know this is 3 3/4 wide. So I'm going to cut this to 3 3/4 wide. And I'm using the B side. So I'm cutting it to 3 3/4 wide by, let me see. I think I'm going to go with 1.5 inches. I like 1.5 inches because it goes evenly into 6. So I can get more out of this. Then, what I'm going to set it aside, then I'm going to take the flip side. Look at that. So pretty with all of these colors, how they blend together. And for this, I'm just going to cut a 3/4 inch strip. Okay. So I got that. So that's all I'm using. That's all I'm using out of this right now. But wait till you see it really, really pops. So I'm going to take this and adhere it. I can slide it up to however much I want those mountains to look like a mountain range. Okay. So, and I could have trimmed that down as well if I wanted to. I just didn't. As you know, come on, snail. Seal, not snail. Seal. As you know, I can be a little bit lazy, so I didn't. Hey, you know what? When you pull adhesive off of this, it can kind of be like a glue dot. All right. Oh, come on. All right. I'm going to put it aside, and I'll put up my Seal Plus. It had been working great all day. Okay. So I think I'll put that right about there. I want my mountain peak to look like a true mountain peak. Okay. Then I'm going to take this, and I need to trim that to 3 3/4 too. So again, the piece of this is this little strip is 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay. And this is going to go right in the center. Now, I know right now some of you guys are going to ask, Julie, how do you get your Seal Plus to work? Because I have a hard time with mine. I've heard that more than once, and I will tell you, it is a little tricky at times. But what I've been told is that if you hold your seal almost at a 90-degree angle, that it really helps solve that problem. So give that a try. That has made a big difference for me. So Jen, again, this DSP is the Everyday Skies. Everyday Skies. Okay, I put that on a little bit crooked. I should put my close-up glasses on. I think I will. So I'll pull that. Don't ever be afraid of adjusting your paper. It works. You can adjust. Close-up glasses because I'm old. There we go. All right. So this is my base. Now I do want to stamp something, and this, I love this wording. And this is one of the things with this stamp set. The words are fantastic. They're just so peaceful. And this one, which I adore, it says, just breathe and take it slow. Just breathe and take it slow. And isn't that the truth for us? Sometimes we just run. And it just becomes so hard sometimes, right? To just continue on because we're running all the time. So my advice for you right now is just rest. Sometimes it just takes a minute and we just rest. Now, I will tell you that I used Cajun Craze on the sample when I stamped here, but one of my helpers has my Cajun Craze right now. So I just discovered that too. So I didn't think I'd be using it. So you know what we're going to do? How about we stamp with pecan pie? Because that's that color and it'll work. I think espresso would have worked too. I want a darker color because I'm stamping directly on this. So just breathe and take it slow. If you know anybody that's going through a tricky time, somebody that's super stressed, oh, that looks great. This is a great card for them. Now, I know right now you're like, it's okay, Salva, but it's not my favorite. That's because we're not done. I always tell you guys that. If you've been around here for a minute, you've been around, hey, I'm old is my saying. Lisa, that's true. You know that you always get all stressed out for me. And I'm like, I'm not done. It's going to be great. So, got one more thing, well, two, that I want to do here. So I am going to take this die right here. Okay. This double tree die, I use it a lot. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to take a Cajun Craze scrap. Okay. And I'm going to run this through the mini cut and emboss machine. And you guys know I don't like to do this on camera, but I want you guys to see that this actually, the dies work great. So I've got that, got my plates right here. And a little tip, again, with these plates, I think I've told you guys, if you take the one, see the beveled edge there? And then you line up a plate, kind of off that edge. Then you put, I don't need all that. Okay. Then you put your element that you're die cutting. And then take your second plate and put that plate flush with your base. So you're kind of creating, can you see that? You're kind of creating a W kind of look there. If you do that, a lot of times these plates go in just like they did now, super nicely. So that's a little tip for you if you've had a difficult time with this. So that one's quiet, actually. I'll set these aside. That wasn't when I just threw them to the ground. And I will use my favorite trick of throwing my die. I'm telling you, it's super fun. And when you throw it, it loosens it up. And you can pull it out. Now, can you use your paper piercing tool? Your take a pick? Absolutely you can. And really you probably should. But sometimes, y'all, it's just fun to throw a die. It's just fun. You got to throw it on a hard surface though. Okay. So anyway, but look how great those come out. And it's just, I mean, it's very much a detailed die, but I love how it works. So I'm going to use mini glue dots, not mini glue dots, mini dimensionals. And Lisa, you're close to 70. I'm close to 60. I'm 59. I'm going to be 60 in May. Go figure. I don't feel 60. I can tell you that. Although I'm not 60, so I don't know what's feeling 60 feels like. But I don't feel like what I think it feels like. Okay, so I've got my trees cut out. Let's go back here. You guys are going to be amazed at just what this one accent piece does here. Look at that. Popping that up. Isn't that, I mean, don't you just like feel a cool breeze right now? Like kind of mountainy? I do. I just got the shivers. All right, I'm going to my favorite. You know what it is, linen thread. And you guys, another little sneak peek in the upcoming idea book. Well, the Christmas one, you know, in the online exclusives. Y'all, there's 2 new colors of linen thread. 2 new colors. There's old olive, and then there's like an early espresso, and I even have it there. Look at that. Look at that. I told you guys I was scared if linen thread ever went anywhere that you'd find me in a fetal position somewhere because I love it so much. I guess Stampin' Up, they clearly heard me because they're like, well, we don't want Julie in the fetal position anywhere. We'll give her 2 new colors. I'm certain that's what happened. So I'll trim this down and oh my gosh, I love that. I love it. Now wait until you see what it looks like when I put it back on my card base. All those colors put together, I mean, they all just pop. So this is a pretty quick and easy card, okay? Pretty quick and easy. So I'm going to put my double bow. You know I love the linen thread double bows. My glue dot has gotten stuck on my nail. What is that about? Okay. Right there. Oh, so cute. So cute. All right, almost done. And then I'm going to look at the comments. I haven't seen them in a minute because I've been creating it. You know that I have to concentrate so very hard. Okay, there we go. Look at that. You guys, look. Is that not a great card? That is a great card for somebody, especially somebody stressed. It's a great masculine card, right? It's a great masculine. I mean, it's just good for whatever you want it to be. I love it. I love it. So card number 1. Thank you, Linda. Glad you think that it's a good one. Linda, it's me 78. Okay, there's card number 1. Okay, let's go to, listen to Fiona. Man, she is wound up. Card number 2. So for card number 2, I wanted to do something here that would give a little bit more of a feminine feel, okay? Because when you look at this, to me, it's very much a masculine themed set, but it doesn't have to be. I thought, how can I do this? How can I give it more of a feminine feel? And actually, Jackie, my daughter-in-law, helped me out with this, but look how pretty that is with the bubble bath. So again, all of this paper comes from the Everyday Skies. It's a 6x6 pack. So let me show you the inside, because the inside has a little trick to it too, okay? Look what I did. I put all of those kind of just like a border of flowers there, and it really is easier than you would think. So let's make this card, okay? So here for this card, I've cut it down again to 8.5 by 5.5. I'm going to go on and actually trim off just a little bit. Before I do that, though, let me go on and fold it in half so I have a starting point. Okay. So I'm folding it in half. You could score it if you want to at the 4 1/4 point. And then I'm going to trim off, I think, from the right side. Let me measure just to be sure. But I think I'm going to trim off about 1 inch, okay, from the front right. Yep, I'm going to trim 1 inch off right here. So, okay. So now this is my card base. And I'm actually going to be working with it this way and making it a horizontal card. So the paper that I have pulled out, a little bit different for this card than for this one, because I'm just kind of working with what I have, but still so pretty, is this purple DSP. On the back, you have the purple stars. I might pull out those purple stars too. I've cut this down to 5 1/4 by 3. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside. 5 1/4 by 3. Now, when I was thinking, who would I send this card to? You'll see, when you see the sentiment that I've chosen, I think you'll be able to tell, but I chose maybe like somebody going off to college, someone starting a new job, somebody, anything new, right? Anything new. Yeah, give me a second here since we're kind of playing around a little bit. I think I just want to maybe use the backing instead of that blue. I'm going to use the backing here. I really like, yeah, I like that. Okay, so let me trim that down. This is going to go to 5 1/4. Okay. And I think I'll do 1 1/2. Now, I think you know with the class to go that if you, whoops, I'm so sorry, guys. If you place an order with me, okay, if you place a $75 order, you get all of these card pieces. And just know, with this designer series paper, you will get paper that coordinates. It may not be this exact piece just because of the quantity that comes in the pack. So if you want the exact pieces, that's something that I would add to your order. So look at that. I love it. I love it. And who would have thought that this could be more of a feminine card, right? But we're not done. So let's set this aside. And I have, using the Nested Essentials dies, I've already gone on and cut out. Let me show you. I got some glue right there. Just sticking. Okay, this is the second from the smallest. Or I guess it would be, there's 4 in this shape. It would be the 3rd. So let's stamp a little bit, because again, I told you guys I wanted you to see how great these stamps work too. A lot of these projects you see mainly the dies, and the dies are great, but I do want you to see the stamps. So, all right, this is like a cloud image, kind of a cloud and water, but I'm just using it for a cloud because I think that works fine. And bubble bath, I don't use bubble bath a lot. I have really enjoyed it for this project, okay? Just going to ink this up and put it here. Because if I just stamp the words, that's a lot of white space. So I'm kind of putting that in. And I love that it's so light. Okay. And that's not a blank space. That's just, but remember, I want this just, there we go. I want this just to be background. So I don't want it too bold. Okay. So put my bubble bath up. Yeah, it's bubble bath. I still get confused sometimes with bubble bath and bubble gum. Now let me show you something really cool about this set. So this set has several different words. Let me show them to you. I told you how much I love the words, okay? So you've got can't wait to see you again. You're amazing. And then let the begin. This is one stamp. Wait till you see it. So you can say let the journey begin, let the adventure begin. So that's up to you. So here's what you're going to do though. You're going to love this stamp, how it does this. I didn't know it until I actually opened the set up. So I'm going to put that right there. Let the blank begin. I'm going to use Melon Mambo. I'm going to give us just a little bit of a fun pop here. All right, so we're going to let the begin. And look how great this is. You don't have to like mask words. You don't have to do anything. It's just so let the begin. And then the word that goes in the middle, whether we do journey or whether we do adventure, whatever it is, it's going to fit. So don't believe me? Watch now, okay? All right, somebody, well, you're going to want this DSP. Wait till you see the next card, Jen. All right, somebody tell me, whoever types it in first, do you want it to say journey or do you want it to say adventure? Journey or adventure? You guys are in charge. Journey or adventure? I am waiting. And somebody is saying adventure. Jan Veckerwell. Well, Linda, almost. Jan Venderwecken said adventure, so adventure it is. She beat you to the punch, Linda, just by a minute. All right. So let the adventure begin. So I'm pulling off adventure. And I will put that word on a block. This one I'm going to go just like what I tell you guys. Perfect. All right. Now, here's the thing. All right. I am looking at this and I'm not quite sure. I'm like, what color purple is this? I have told you, if I've told you once, I've told you 38 times. All the colors are on the back. So when I look at this, I can see that this purple is going to be, I could use freesia. I think it's eggplant. I'm going to use eggplant. Or that's not even a color. I'm going to use blackberry. Let me do this. So here's a little tip when creating. I think, yeah, that's going to look good. So here we go. Adventure. My tip is just kind of test it and see. Okay, you got adventure too. That's what Jen picked, so that's what we're doing. So it's going right in here, in between. Okay. I know I'm a little bit low for you here. But look. I mean, isn't that the best? So let the whatever you want to begin. Let the thing begin. So I love that. And again, this has been sitting on my desk. I haven't used it. And when I saw that, I was just like, that is so fun. So let me clean these real quick. I try to clean as I go with mixed success. Oh, one more. All right. Okay. So we've done that. We've let our adventure begin. Now we need to put this on. So what I'm going to do is apply adhesive just to this part. Okay, if I put it all over, I just got to put it on the top. If I put it all over, then I'm in essence, I'm gluing my card together, and we don't want to do that. Okay, so let the adventure begin. That's too far over. There we go. There we go. And then I have already gone this time, since now that you guys have seen how it works. I've done the bubble bath trees. And I'll poke these little holes out with my paper piercer. What is this? Take a pick. And I take a pick. And I'm going to use those mini dimensionals again for this. I will say with these stamps and these dies, the mini dimensionals work really well. Really, really well. This is when I give my annual plug that I don't like working with them in general. You guys have heard me say that, but I got to give credit where credit's due. They're a win for this. And using the take a pick tool with them makes them way easier. So, elegant eggplant. I know, Jen, right? Do you guys still call like the inks, some of the old colors? I still do. I don't know, I can't help it. Okay. Look how pretty. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. Now, I want to show you how I did the inside. So I cut a piece of white and I cut it. That's a little long. I'm going to trim it down. But I cut it to 3 by 5 1/4. I'm going to take it to 2 3/4. Can y'all still hear Fiona? Sister is going to town over there on something. She's probably mad that I've locked her out of my room. Nope, I'm gonna take it down more. 2.5. And I will have a PDF of this, by the way, that I will send to the people. Yeah, 2.5, that's good. So 2.5 by 5.25. That's our final dimension, my final offer there. Now you could leave it just like this if you wanted to, okay? This is still great on the inside. But I told you I wanted to show you guys like a bunch of different things that you could use. So I have die cut out these flowers. Now see how they come? It really is just the top. And because I'm lazy, I'm just not gonna try and line it all up straight. I'd just rather glue it in straight. So I'm going to take that off and trim. You hear her? She sounds, I mean, she is mad. Oh, Fiona, boo. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm just on this, I'm just going to do one. I need to kind of pull that up a little bit. I should have thought that through. And you can put adhesive there, but I am just going to stick it down all the way until all that pops up is the flower. Oh, I need to put a little bit more. This is good. This is going to call for green glue. Green glue. Oh. All right. Put a little dab there. Okay. That's more than a little dab. It's a big dab. It's a big dab. Wipe it off. Wipe it off. Wipe it off. Okay. Oh, my word. I do not like this. Green glue. Okay, but there we go. Now, isn't that pretty with just the flowers right there in the corner? I mean, that is a good technique. So don't let my lack of prowess with the green glue cause you to not be interested in this. Oh, it's so pretty. So here's your card, okay? Let the adventure begin. And then you write your message on the inside. I love it. I love it. And I think I succeeded with developing a feminine card. Here again is one that has more of the blues. And this one has more of the blackberry. But both, I think, so pretty. So pretty. Thank you, Linda. Okay, next card. Next card. I'm waiting on the glue to dry on my hands here. Now, this is going to be a fun fold, okay? The other one was too, a little bit. But this is one of my favorite fun folds. It's a wow, but it's so easy. If you were at the Creating for Christ retreat, honestly, you've done this type of fold, and if you have done anything with me before, you are familiar with this fold because it's a go-to for me. I really, really like it. But wait until you see it with this paper. Now, before I start, I wanted to show you. When I saw this paper right here, I was like, I knew exactly what I was doing. Okay, so look at that. You see how it looks like it's dark and it has the stars there and everything. I mean, you guys, just stunning. There's a little bit more. Doesn't that look like the skies? Okay, let's see what I showed you. What in the paper totally inspired this. It's another diorama card. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I think this is my favorite. I love this card, but I love this technique too because it's so easy and it's a big wow. Okay, let's go. Let's make it. So I have cut 2 pieces of secret. I'm knocking it out of the park. I'm telling you what, Jen, I think I'm a better stamper. I think I have become a better stamper because I'm doing it so much more. But thank you so much. I love that. Okay, so for this, I've cut 2 pieces of Secret C, and I've cut them to 4.25 by 5.5. No, 4.25 by 5.5. 2 of them. Okay. I went ahead and using the largest circle from Stylish Shapes, I cut it out right in the middle. All right, now I did this because I have made a lot of diorama cards before. If you haven't, I would recommend that you do your you do your scoring first. So give me just a second here because my scoring blade popped off. And so I need to find that. I need it for both these 2 projects here. Does your scoring blade pop out easily? Mine does. It is the only thing that I just really have an issue with at times with Stampin' Up. My scoring blade popping out. Okay, let me go get my my scoring tool. Hold on just a second. have this old cutter, and the scoring blade is still in this one, so I'll use it. I know the scoring blade is here somewhere, but we're not somewhere. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to score at a 1/2 inch, part of the dark, and at 1 inch on both sides, okay? 1/2 inch, 1 inch. And then you're going to do the same thing to your other piece, okay? Same thing to your other piece. 1/2 inch, 1 inch. And this is why I encourage you, if this card is kind of new to you, it's going to be a tight fit between that 1 inch and your circle. So I would recommend that you do your scoring first before you do your circle. 1/2 inch, 1 inch. Okay? So that's what I've done. Now, you're going to mountain valley fold. Okay? Mountain, that's the mountain, valley. Okay. And bone fold, or as we learned last time, burnish. And then again, mountain, valley. And I think this explains mountain valley really easy when you look at it from this angle. See, mountain valley, that's what that is. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Really doesn't matter if you, like what direction you go in, as long as you're consistent on both sides. Okay? All right. I know burnish is the proper word, but I feel like bone fold is just the word that we're going to use. Okay, so you can see how this goes together so easily, right? You're just connecting these two. So I need to cut my piece for the center here. So I'm going to go back to my, and you could use anything. If you wanted a sunset, you could put that one in there, right? Like I just kind of went for the dark sky because that's just the one that worked for me. That's the one I really liked. So here's one. Oh my gosh, I just love that piece. I just love it. All right, so I'm going to cut my piece in here. And I try really hard to do like 3 by 3, but it's just a little bit too small. So I'm going to do, 3 1/4. I think I'll do 3 by 3 1/4. Then you can get 2 out of these, okay? So 3. Guys, I love that this still cuts really nicely. 3 1/4. All right. All right, now you'll notice that it doesn't go all the way down. It doesn't need to go all the way down because you're not going to be able to really tell with that. So go on and adhere that on the inside. Just kind of center it in there. Okay. And then this go right there. All right, I need to scoot that over just a little bit. Well, it's glued down right now. I'm not going to fool with it. So it still is going to be great once I get all these other pieces on here. So I do like tear and tape, but you know, I'm using Seal Plus right now, so I can... Okay, see? Did you notice that? See how it tore right there? But I didn't have my my Seal Plus at that upward angle there. And there we go. Why is it? Okay, put it away. Tearing tape. You guys, I wish I could tell you exactly, like this is how you use it every time and it works. Honestly, sometimes I think if you stand on your head or it will work. I can't. I don't know. I just know when it works great. And when it doesn't work at all. So I don't know if that's been your experience, but it's mine. All right. So pull that tearing tape off. And then I'm just going to adhere these two pieces together. All right. You know what? I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to go on and put my fun pieces here on the front of this diorama card. Okay. So let's look here. All right. I'm glad I waited. The mountains go in the back. So I've already cut them. All right. So this one, I will trim it down. I think I'm going to want this. Let me trim it down to, it's not quite 3.5. It's probably 3 3/8. I know we're in eighths land now, which we hate. So I'm going to trim a little bit off here. Eighths. And then a little bit off this side. So 3 3/8. And I know that if this seems cumbersome to you, don't let it, because it really is not. It's really pretty simple once you start to play with it a little bit. Now see, now look, now it's working again. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. So I'm going to put that right there. And then I'm going to put the other mountain that I have. Okay, that's this one. All right, and this is just a die. I'm going to tuck it in. I'm going to tuck it in over here. Yep, that's it. Because the trees are going to be on one side. And I don't need to put all the adhesive in the world on it, just enough to hold it in. There we go. Okay, so now I have a mountain range, right? So I've got that. Now, that's the back. Here's the front. So this is, again, it's just a die cut of a kind of a tree line, okay? And so what we're going to do with that, again, going to that 3 3/8, I'm going to trim it down. I don't know what Fiona's barking at. I really don't. Okay. And I will keep this little piece because I can use that for something. I don't know what, but something. And yeah, that's good. Okay. So I'm going to put this right here. Make sure when you put your adhesive that you put it in such a way that you don't have adhesive poking through the circle, because what happens if you do? There we go. All right, I know you're like, I don't like that yet, Julie. I'm not done, okay? There we go. All right, and then this, since I don't have a lot of space to glue this, really just only over here, I'm gonna have to go back to the green glue debacle. And let's see what we can get done here. One of the things that I do recommend, guys, is that you have a plethora of adhesive choices. I know you're like, Julie, you just used a big word. I did. But a plethora of the adhesive choices, because each one works really well at something different. And even if it's not your favorite, okay? Oh, yay, Marcia. Even if it's not your favorite, it's still one that you're going to use, okay? So, got this. Now I can go on. I'm not done yet, okay? But still, I can go on and put these together. So just lining them up. Don't press hard until you get them lined up how you want, okay? There's one. And then here's your second. And don't worry about the fold or anything like that, because you're just, once you get these edges matched up, it works. But again, don't press down firmly until you do that. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's so good, but we're not quite done yet. So we did adventure before. We're not doing let the whatever begin, but I am going to use the word journey, because I think that this, I mean, it could be anything, but you could put whatever sentiment that you want on here. But I like the word journey, and I think that it just kind of is one word that just kind of symbolizes what this card is. That, you know, it's a journey, right? Life is a journey. So I'm going to stamp this on crumb cake. I'm going to cut it down to 3/4, and the length really doesn't matter as long as it's long enough for your word, because you're going to trim down on an angle anyway. So I did 3 by 3/4, and I'll grab my secret C. And I'm just going to stamp my word journey. Okay. Y'all, I love this. This has just been sitting here, and I thought about offering it as a class, but then I was like, you know what, just do it this way. You know, like a class that has product and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do with this is, I think I'm going to trim that side down just a little bit more. Yep. I'm gonna put that, oh, I just love it. I just do. All right. I'm back to my world of big dimensionals, though. Thank goodness. Now, if you wanted to use gems anywhere on this, you know what I think? Oh, that's good. You can. I will tell you the gems that work great are the, if I can get them right here, I think I got them in my drawer here, are actually the new in color gems. They work really, really well with it. So let's see if I can grab them real quick. This is my bow. Back to my linen thread, but linen thread just works so good. I will say there is a ribbon coming out, again, in the new idea book, that is a really great kind of organic ribbon in terms, you know, the fabric or the feel of it and stuff. So I think that one would look good as well, but you guys know how I am. I'm not going to cheat on you, linen thread. Never, never. Okay, you guys. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, let me see if I can grab these real quick. I can. Because this one, I like how they do. Look at the Secret Sea ones. Oh, yes. It's gonna be so good. Okay, because they've got that little bit of a shimmer to them as well. I like to alternate. I like that Stampin' Up! Has started doing the large and the small. You know, I like that. Oh my gosh. Please look at that card. It is stunning. It is stunning. See, I don't even need you guys to tell me it's stunning. I will tell me it's stunning because it is stunning. So those are three, all right? The 3 cards that we have made. Yay, Christine and Dolly. Hi, Amy. And then you guys are the best. Amy, hi. I don't know if you guys know my friend Amy Story that just popped on here. She was a Julian friend for a couple of seasons. She is great. We've done classes together too. So if you see one of those, you should jump in because she's really good. All right, so I'm going to review the 3 cards and then I'm going to make the box. You're going to be amazed at how easy this box is. Okay, so there's one. We started off easy here. Then we just did the diorama card, and then we had our feminine card, our effort to make this a feminine. Use it for a girl. Oh, I love these. Okay, wait till you see this. All right, it's box time. You guys are going to be amazed. Amazed, I tell you. Okay, so for my box, I'm using crumb cake. You know what? I'm not going to show you the box yet. I'm not going to show it to you. I'm going to make it, but I'm not going to show it to you. Okay? You're going to love it, though. Just wait. Just you wait. Henry Higgins, just you wait. I've sang that to y'all before. Okay, so here's the thing for this box. It's so easy. So you're going to cut your cardstock to 8.5. So really, you don't even need to cut there. Let me make sure I have this one right for you. See, this is why a tutorial is good. But yep, 8.5 by 6.5. 8.5 by 6.5. Okay, and then you're going to score all 4 sides at 1 inch. That's the only scoring. The only scoring, you just wait. This is the neatest thing. I learned this, so I had online bingo with my friend Lisa Bowden. I don't know where she learned it, but she learned it somewhere, and she taught it to all of us as a bonus project. And I was like, what in the world magic is this? So you can see I've scored it at 1 inch on all the sides. So now we will bone fold. And I know you're like, Julie, that does not look like any, I think you've made a mistake. That isn't going to be a box. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, this is the only tricky thing, and it's so not tricky, okay? It's so not tricky. You're going to just fold to where your end of the paper is flush with that score line, okay? See what I'm doing here? End of the paper, flush with the score line. And then crease and bone fold. Then do the same thing on the other side. End of the paper, flush with the score line. Okay. Now, are you seeing how this could turn into a box? Now, are you seeing it? Oh my gosh, you guys, it is the best. Oh, Linda had a great question. If one wanted to do a message, would you put it on the back? Linda, 100% I would. I would just cut a piece of white and mount it right there, and that's where I would write my message. Great question. Thank you for asking that. All right. So you can see how the box is going to come together. So what I am going to do is, just as with all boxes, I'm going to cut my little slits here. So what do you think? Are you guys enjoying my, I guess my very first of the monthly free classes that I'm doing? I hope so, because I'm having fun with it. So, all right, and I'm going to angle my edges. Another fancy word we learned from Lisa Bowden is miter, but no, we're angling. I could even say we're triangling our edges. There. There. And I know this might seem like an unnecessary step because you don't have to do it, but it does look a lot better. Okay, now look at how the box comes together, right? So easily. So I know I'm going to put tear and tape here. Actually, I can probably use this. I can. It's stamp and seal, all right? So that's gonna go like that. Hold on a minute. I cut it the wrong way, but it's still going to work. I'm going to go on and adhere that first. Yep. Put another piece right here. So I will have a template in the tutorial so you don't do what I just did, because I cut the wrong place. Instead of cutting vertically, you should have cut horizontally, but you know what? It's going to be fine. Trust me. Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to cut another little angle right there instead. Yeah. Everything is fixable in Julie World. There we go. See? So I'll put this here. All right. And then I'll cut this. So remember, okay, instead of cutting the horizontal, we're cutting the vertical. But it's still going to work. Yeah. See? There we go. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to seal this just yet, all right? Because, well, you'll see. Okay, so I hope... Oh, good. I'm glad you're getting great ideas. Good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. Yay. All right. So I'm going to set this aside. This is my box. Okay. Now watch what we're going to do. Oh, you're going to love this. You're going to love it. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to take a scrap of white. I cut it to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. You don't have to, but you do need it to be at least 3 3/4. Okay. But I wanted to have lots of room. Now I am pulling in blending brushes. I've never used blending brushes with you guys before. I got this idea from the artisan and my friend, Kim McGillis in Canada. She is amazing. And so I wanted to give this a try. So really, I mean, I suppose you could say I'm an artisan now too. And for those of you who don't know, the artisans, like, they have to try out. They're like the best of all the stampers, okay? The best. So, all right, I'm going to get some ink on my blending brush. I'm going to tab a little bit of it off because I don't want big splotches like that to appear. And I'm going to start off, and then I'm going on, and I'm just going to blend in some. This is Old Olive, okay? So I'm going to blend a little bit of Old Olive in. Now, we have 2 sizes of blending brushes, and you might say, well, Julie, why are you using one size? I mean, is there a reason you're using the smaller one for the pool party? The answer is no. These are just what I had, and I had already kind of started these colors. I will say for this, I think the larger ones blend a little bit better. The blue I've kind of had, the pool party I've kind of struggled with because it wants to splotch on me. But that could definitely be user error. So I got my green. And now I'm going to do my pool party. And I'm actually doing my pool party at the top. I'm going to leave a gap here, and you'll see why in a minute. So obviously the pool party is going to be the sky. All right. And if you do have a big blob, you can kind of keep blending and blend it out with some level of success. Okay, not totally, but pretty good. And then I'm going to color. I hadn't used this in a while. Peach pie. Have not used it in a minute. Dolly, thank you. I am an artisan. Clearly, I'm an artisan. Okay, so a little bit of that, and that's going to go in the center. Now, Kim was inspired by a sky that she saw in Canada. So let's just pretend we've been to Canada too and been inspired. Okay, so there we go. So I've got the old olive, the peach pie, and pool party right here. Now, it's okay that it looks a little blobby right now because we are so not even done. Not even done. All right, let me put my peach pie up, put the pool party up. See, I put them away so that I don't have what happened to me with like my Cajun craze. Like, where'd it go? Okay. All right, now it's time to stamp. So I am going to take the 3 trees. Tree 1, tree 2, and tree 3. Okay, and I'm going to stamp those in Memento Black. So I will use here. And this is the fullest tree. I'm gonna kind of put it in the center. I mean, the 3 bears of trees. One was, well, no, Jack Sprat. Because one tree you will see is very tall and skinny. Jack Sprat, you guys remember that? Could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean. And so between the 2 of them, they kept the platter clean. How do I remember that? And I cannot remember, like, nothing. I can remember nothing else. But Jack Sprat, buddy. You know what? Next time I can't remember something, I'm just going to start saying Jack Sprat. And maybe that'll impress the person that is feeling sorry for me because I can't remember anything else. It's a good poem, though. All right. And then the little tree, which I think this little tree could also be a leaf. I really do. Dolly, you like these colors? I'm glad. Thanks, Kim McGillis, for helping us out on this. And I know you're like, Julie, you just really spread them out weird. Just wait. Okay. Now, so that's the stamping. Now, what I have done is I cut a scrap of old olive, and I'm going to do this stamped for you, or this die cut for you as well, because I want you to see it. I want you to see how it works. So for this, I am going to use the die cut, and you can see now the ones that we've kind of used, right? We've got our big mountain there. There is a smaller tree there that you can use. You've seen the tree line. This is our smaller mountain. There is a fire and logs, which is super cute if you were camping or something. But I'm going to pull this. This is just kind of a grass kind of thing. Okay. And remember what I told you at the very beginning, when you have these dies and you're not sure what they do, just pull them out on scrap paper and die cut them and see if you can figure them out. Now, this is one of my favorite things. I love Post-it tape. I don't know if you guys have used it before. I've talked about it before. Okay. But I love it to hold my die down if I don't want it to move. So I'm just going to put that there. And I'm going to go back to my little mini cut and emboss. And we're going to cut out this tree line, or this grass kind of area. You can tell I'm not a super major outdoor person. Okay. And you guys have heard me before. I've told you sometimes we have to use the girls, right? I just had to use the girls to kind of get this push started. Okay. There you go. There's no shame. All righty. I won't throw them to the ground like I did before. Okay. All right. So pretty. Okay, so take a gander here. See all the texture and everything in that? All right, so these are our trees. So what I'm going to do, or they're not our trees, our grass, okay, is I'm just going to kind of position it, where I want it to go. And the reason that I cut it a little bit long for that is because like I like that, but then that tree's kind of covered up. So I need this to be, there we go. I think that's pretty good. I do want to, there we go. That's better. Yep, that's better. I think that'll work. I know you're like, Julie, what is the issue here? Why are you taking so long? Well, you're going to see in just a minute. Okay, that's it. That's what it's going to be. Now, watch what I'm going to do. Watch what I'm going to do. Back to this. I am going to cut all of this out with, oh my gosh, I can't even breathe right now. It's just so pretty. So pretty. With the largest circle die from Stylish Shapes. Again, if you don't have Stylish Shapes, I don't even know how you're functioning as a stamper. You've got to have Stylish Shapes. It's great. Now, I'm going to run this through my little mini here. It's a little wide. Let me cut it down. Just a little bit. There we go. It's not affecting anything. Okay. Yep. Oh my goodness. This is just the best. All right. Okay, thanks, Joan. Okay, and hello, Joan. All right. So back to this. Remember what I told you, the little tip about making the W for it to line up a little bit better. And look at there, I just grabbed it right away. You know, a nice close-up of my wrinkled hands. I need to use hand cream more. I am religious about using my moisturizer and stuff on my face, but not my hands. Okay. All right. Just wait. Just wait. Oh my gosh. See, so that's what you have. Look at that, you guys. Oh man, I love it. So let's go back to the box that we made. Okay, so here's the box. You're going to put in whatever you're going to put in. Okay, whatever you're going to put in. And I am going to use my very favorite ribbon, and I wish we had this in so many different colors. The black and white gingham. And tie a bow up at the top. That's going to hold my box closed so that whatever I put in there for whoever I'm putting it in there, you know, they'll be able to untie it. This is very much, the reason you can't see is because I had that box. Again, this is very much a girl's project. They're helping me hold this box closed. And oh my goodness, I just love this ribbon so much. I really, Stampin' Up, you gave me different colors in linen thread, and I love you for it. Please, can I have some different gingham colors too? I would love that as well. And I know my friend Amy's Story would, because she loves gingham just like I do. All right, get ready. Get ready. It's all going to come together now. Oh, I can't, I don't even want to end because I'm just so proud of all of this. Okay. Oh, there's my scoring blade. I'm going to take sorry guys, I'm going to take a picture of my desk at the end, and I will post it in this group so you guys can see exactly what we're dealing with here. Because like I said, I've been doing a ton of designing and stuff. I got classes, I've got all the things coming up. So it's a hot mess. All right, 1, 2, 3. Look at that. What a great box to give to somebody. What a great packaging thing to give to somebody. You guys, I have had the best time here with you. So let me show you one more time if you're just kind of tuning in late. Okay, there's our box. There's our diorama card. This is our feminine card. And then this is our easy card. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna bring the camera back up. I love it. Hold on. Switch. Wait, that's not it. That's inviting group members. There we go. Yay! 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 All right. So one more time. Boom. Boom. Thank you, Lisa and Christine. Diorama. Box. Oh my gosh, I love them all. Love them all. All right, so here's what I've got going for you. All right, this is my used car salesman spiel. So this is what I've got going. If you place an order with me through Sunday, okay? If you place an order with me through Sunday of $75 or more, you are going to get the PDF. You're going to get the pre-cut paper for all 4 of these projects. Thanks, Dawn. And Pepper and Lori. Oh my gosh, yay! You guys are so nice. Oh my word. Okay, $75 order by the end of Sunday. You will get all 4 of these pieces of cards. Like, come on, camera thing. You will get the PDF, and I will send you a link to 3 more projects. 3 more, maybe 4 more. They're just video projects that my Canadian friend Lauren Urbonas did using the same set. Okay, so you'll get the links for that. All right, so there's that. Now, if you're like, Julie, I'm a demonstrator, I'm not going to do that. That's fine. I gave you all the measurements in this video. I gave you everything that you need to reproduce these projects, okay? We did the Everyday Skies was the DSP. Scenic Adventures was the bundle. So you can do this, okay? Hence the free class. No one has to buy anything. You can still copy all of this stuff. So, or be inspired, whatever it is. Now, I will tell you, stay tuned. Make sure you're on my email list because I do have a stamp camp coming up. I'll show you a sneak peek. I have partnered again. And for those of you who took the Holly Jolly class, that I partnered with Joey Hartman and Alejandra Gomez, partnering with them again. And Lisa Bowden's jumping in on this one too. And we are doing Christmas traditions. I'm just going to show you quickly 2 projects. All right. Box. Oh. And amazingly elaborate card. Those are just 2. You're going to get 8 projects. You're going to get the tutorial, all that. So stay tuned because that's going to be coming out on my my email list. Okay, if you're on my email list. So anyway, that's what I have. You guys, it's a busy month. It's been a busy month, and I've got some more things to come. So stay tuned. I'll be having a Halloween class coming out soon. I've got some Creating for Christ classes coming out soon with Rhonda. So lots of fun stamping to do. Lots to do. But make sure that this is where I hang out. You know, a lot of people hang out at other places. This is where I hang out. Once a week, I'll have a YouTube video, but this is where you'll find me. So thank you so much for taking the time to be here with me. I am just, I'm honored. You could be wherever you wanted for an hour and you hung out here. So thank you. And I will see you guys soon. So bye-bye. Come on. Turn off. Still not turning off. Not